What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Diaz, and I'm back for another video. This is just a video telling you about the first car that I bought. It was called a Buick Skylark. It was an 84 Buick Skylark. My father had found it for me. I bought it whenever I got my first job at Wendy's, whenever I graduated from high school. I worked at Wendy's for probably, I would say, about 2-3 years. And that's when they had when they had their breakfast. I had to be there. I worked 5 to 1. I think that's what it was. 5 to 1 or 6 to 2, something like that. But I would prep everything for lunch and everything like that. We would do our salads and things. But yeah, my first car I bought, it was $800. I bought that from working at Wendy's. It didn't last very long. You know, with any car that you buy that cheap, you're bound to have to put a lot of money into it or just get rid of it. And that's what I decided to do because it was just getting a little bit too much. And then I ended up getting a car payment. It was a Subaru while I worked there as well. But then I ended up giving it to a family member. And I also had a Buick Regal. Now this car was oh my god, this car was, it was just so beautiful. It had the thick white walls. It was all white, and it had the rag top part in the back of the car. It was back where behind the passenger windows. It was a rag top thing. Not the whole top of it though. That I had for a little bit, and I went over to my aunt's house to get my cousin's graduation picture. Get my cousin's graduation picture off of her, and I left the car running because I was just running up to, you know, go in there and get the picture. And I come out and it was on fire. So I was hurrying up. I was rushing to get into the car. I had my tassel from graduation. I had it hanging on my mirror. I was in there and I was just trying to grab everything I can. So the fire trucks came. And in the meantime, when we were waiting for the fire trucks to come, my father and my uncle was trying to put it out because it was under the hood. Come to find out, it was my stupid fault that I didn't tell my father about the heater core that was making a sound. Every time I would try to turn it on, if I didn't have it on full blast, that it was making some kind of noise. Okay, so here I am not telling my father. That's my car caught on fire. So the fire trucks came, they put it out. It was bad. It was not, it was salvageable for somebody, and I actually ended up selling it to a friend of mine. Her boyfriend bought it, and he restored it. So I was oh, I wanted that car so bad. It was just, I only had it for maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months, before it went bad, real bad. And then my father ended up giving me his blue Oldsmobile. It was a Delta 88. I had that for a while. I had to get a new transmission put in it because it ended up slipping, and I absolutely love that car, and I wasn't getting rid of it, so I got that part put in. It was probably $1,700. And then I had a white Oldsmobile. It was I'm trying to think of what the name of it was. It was a bigger Oldsmobile. I don't remember. Anyway, so we had that one. Then I had a red Oldsmobile. It was similar to the Delta 88. And then I had a silver Buick. And what was so cool about that one is the hood opened the opposite way, which it was kind of cool, but it was very, very hard when it came time to work on the car, because you couldn't get in there. You're so used to being able to stand in front of the car and, you know, work on the parts and everything like that, but it was just weird because it opened the opposite way. And I remember my father saying, oh my God, like, this is like really cool. He said, but it would be a bitch trying to work on the car. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of would. So he had to put a, oh, what the heck is it called? It was something that had to do with the, it was like a box. It was something that had to do with like the computer stuff and all that. He had to put that in. And it was hard because, it was hard because there was wires and things you had to make sure that they went back the same way. So it took us a little bit of time to do that. But yeah, so that was like my main cars that I had. But my favorite one was my Buick Regal, of course. Rest in peace, Buick Regal. But yeah, I do want to get one again. But I know I'm not going to be able to. If I do, it's going to be a lot of money. I looked at a couple online, and they were going for like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, and they were like in their 80s. And I'm like, wow. I'm like 84, 85, and it was like all that money. But the people, I guess, obviously they put a lot of money into it to keep it running good, and it looked fantastic. All of them did. I'm like, if I had that kind of money. Come on, YouTube, start paying more. But anyway, I'm sorry guys, this is my coffee. So yeah, that was just a quick little kind of story time to tell you about the cars that I had. Just like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Let me know what kind of car you guys had growing up and what you have now. And all that good stuff. Alright, it's your girl Diaz, and I'm out.